Disappointing, that we came out on the short end. It was a high level game, two good teams. Clemson is very good, just really skilled team, a big team. Out rebounded us by 10, shot it really well, made 11 threes, shared it, passed it. Um, their rebounding advantage over us was not offset enough. Their size advantage, their ability to play two bigs and produce with two bigs was not offset by our ability to turn them over. In fact, they turned us over more than we turned them over. Um, but they're good, and I thought we did a lot of good things. Of course, it's probably the best we've played. I know it was a loss, um, and so we've got a long way to go. It's a long process. We'll continue to get better. I love the fight. We found ourselves early second half in a tough spot. We found ourselves early overtime in a tough spot. Showed a lot of resilience. Showed some connection. We got to be more connected, especially that last possession offensively for us was wish we could have that one back. Which whether or not they were going to foul, we didn't even give ourselves a really good chance at a decent look. Um, but yeah, credit Clemson. They're very good. And hopefully we'll continue to get better and excited in 48 hours. We're off tomorrow to really study this film with our guys and have a great few days of practice and continue to grow.
Dash, go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, you said before the trip out to Charleston that you would know a whole lot more about your team once these two games were complete.
Yeah.
One win and one loss. What have you learned?
Um, kind of confirms where we were coming in. Just played at a higher level of intensity tonight. It was second half of Xavier. You heard it in the gym, and Xavier traveled, with fans, and both Clemson and us had some fans in the arena today, and it just felt like a higher level basketball game than obviously we've played, in the Steg this time of year, and it meant a lot, of course. Um, I continue to like our depth in evaluating this game. Potentially could have gone a little bit deeper with some of these guys that didn't quite play as much as they have recently. But that's, when you've got 11 guys that are playing double figure, close to double figure minutes, and Clemson's, got the same issue, which for the most part, as coaches, we like to think is really positive, but it also creates, decisions to make and potential confusion. Um, because after a loss like this, three or four guys that maybe you play them a few more minutes and maybe they get it going a little bit or help us get some stops defensively. But I continue to like our depth. I thought we connected today more so than we have when we found ourselves down again against a team that I think will play in the NCAA tournament again. Um, our ability to block shots continues to be a strength for us. Um, and we got to continue to get better on the defensive glass. That was a big factor for us, so it's just confirming that, confirming that we're pretty streaky from three. We've shot it, we've struggled at times, and then we can reel some made threes together at different times. You got to get better in the half court offensively. But we're a unique team in that, with our tempo, and we've got to continue. As I was telling Chuck on the radio in Cabell post game, this is a brand new style for most of our staff and really our entire team, including our returners. And so we've got some continuity, but all of these guys that came back, Samto, Justin, Blue, Dylan, Brandon, Jaden, and Markel have played completely different in their career to this point. So it's a process for us, and we'll continue to get better at the way that we're playing currently.
Anybody in the room with a question?
Yeah, I have one, and you kind of touched on it there. I mean, these events, how critical are they in this age where you're constantly bringing in new players, you're turning over? I mean, it's important for you to get in these, but also get in them and really make the most of the time, I imagine.
Yeah, absolutely. And another thing we confirmed is that we're competitive right now in a small sample size, one game, really two with Georgia Tech against some of the better teams in the country. Clemson will go without a doubt in my mind. I'll go back to the NCAA tournament. They're very good. And we were right there, could have gone either way. And so we approached these things, 2 games in 3 days. You leave a day early, same deal with the, with postseason, with hopefully the NCAA tournament. That's what we're trying to do. That's a little bit far off for us right now. We need to be focused on our next practice, but ultimately in March, this is where we all want to be, in college basketball. And so this simulates a little bit. It's neutral, great environment. This is a great event. Got so much respect for this event and the cause and the Shriners. Last night was incredibly impactful, and I think each coach was appreciative to be a part of it. And yeah, we got a lot out of this. Obviously, you wish you got 2 Ws, but we were fortunate to win the other night too. Xavier's very good, and hopefully we'll be back one day to Charleston playing in this one again.
What do you think that allowed for Jeremiah to play it as efficiently as he did and score like he did?
Sure, they pressure like we pressure, and they extended pressure, and we had some driving lanes. He's incredibly fast. He drew some fouls. He's really good in the open floor. And then we had not enough, but we had some opportunities in transition off misses and off of turnovers where he took advantage.
Dash, another question?
No, I'm good.
Olivia?
Yeah, the constant back and forth. I think y'all came down from 10 at one point, making it close in overtime. What can that do for the group moving forward?
Just provide, you just said it, the confidence that it's doable. We can reference a couple of those comebacks, early second half, early overtime. And we have a couple times this year as well in other games. Georgia Tech, again, we had some dry spells, Xavier a couple nights ago. And so we're a team that's got some spurtability. And if you're playing our style and you don't, you're probably not very good. And so with our ability to score in bunches and transition in space and off broken plays, even off of makes, off of pushes and pitch aheads and off of creating some turnovers, whether we're up 8 or down 8, that score can change pretty quickly with us playing the way we are.
Any other questions for Mike?
Yeah, Mike, I just want to ask about Blue. I think he only had 2 in the first half, then he's got 9 in the second half and 8 in overtime, and just what he did, especially with the game on the line.
Yeah, Blue, he's got big game, late game confidence. He always has. It started, we witnessed it for the first time late his freshman year when he became a starter, and he went on a great run in the NIT on the road. And I want to say he put together 3 games in a row, if I'm not mistaken, of making big shots in second halves as a true freshman. And he's just continued to do so. Now, for us as a staff, him having 2 at halftime is that starts with me in terms of evaluating what we're doing. We're playing more of an equal opportunity offense, where we're playing conceptual. We're not calling many sets at all outside of dead balls. In fact, I don't think we have yet this season. Called a few things, simple quick hitters off at dead ball opportunities, because we're trying to play fast and we've got a lot of versatility and a lot of depth. And so sometimes when you do that, a gifted scorer can get lost in the mix a little bit. What I love is that he didn't force anything. I want to say he had one possession maybe where you over dribbled it mid to late first half that led to a live ball turnover, kind of pressing a little bit, trying to get himself going. Other than that, he let it come to him. And then that said, though, I think his first make in the second half was a pretty hard one against a good defensive possession. And he just he got himself going. I thought we shared it for the most part. Too many turnovers, but we'll continue to evaluate what we're doing offensively too, and how to incorporate some looks to give our better scorers, especially our veteran scorers, our proven scorers, opportunities where they're comfortable, in the right spots at the right times to complement, our downhill attack.
Any other questions for Mike?
Yeah, just one more. Since we didn't get to ask you beforehand, what stood out to you about RJ today?
Oh, he's a warrior. Got big rebounds in traffic. He's so physical. He's got great physical toughness. He continues to have great touch around the rim. Like Blue did tonight. RJ's always been a guy that just lets it come to him. He's a winning player. He doesn't force stuff. When he gets to within 17 feet, he makes really good decisions. He's got great touch. And he's a competitor. He's good in a lot of areas in the game.
No, we'll be.
We good, guys?
Thanks.
Yep.
Thanks,
Thank you.
everybody.
Guys.
Thank you.
We'll back to the locker room.